probably want to know why I became an ophthalmologist. I often tell this story. In Iowa, as you mentioned, there's a lot of mud. But the contrary to mud is dust. So we either had mud or dust. And I used to always have boots on. And of course my mother ran a very clean home. And something like the Japanese, we had to take our shoes off, or take our boots off when we came in the house. I had a twin brother, and we would always scrap about taking our boots off. And she'd then point her finger and she says, "Boys, if you don't take those boots off, it's going to ruin your eyes." As a result, I was scared to death, and I became an ophthalmologist.
I became very disturbed about the fact nothing was done for the pediatric patients. And there was a high volume of pediatric patients. And pediatric patients were looked upon as the unwanted patients. So all the other medical officers said, "Gee, I don't want to see, that's just kids. I don't want to, I'm not interested in that. I want to see the older people that got the cataracts, that got the glaucoma, and have retinal problems. That's what I want to see." And so I complained about that one time in our staff meeting. Well, I was immediately then challenged to say, "Well, if you don't like that, then we'll just make you in charge of all the children." And I said, "Fine, I'll do that." And so I then saw nothing but children. And they thought, I guess they were hurting me on that. And I loved it. And I could see the great deficiency in ophthalmology, which was primarily a geriatric specialty. I made the resolve then, I'm going to do something about this. I'm going to really see that pediatric ophthalmology is developed in this country. And the consultant, Perry Moss from Chicago, coming out to Great Lakes Naval Hospital. We'd come every other week or something such as that. Made the comment to me, said, "Well, you know, there's already a person doing pediatric ophthalmology in this country." He said, "He's kind of crazy, I think, for just doing that." And he said, "The reason I know about that is my wife is an orthoptist, and she thinks a great deal of this particular person." I said, "Who is it?" He said, "Frank Costenbader in Washington, D.C. And I said, "I want to talk to him." So I got a hold of him right away. And he was very pleased to learn that somebody else was interested in pediatric ophthalmology. He said, "Come on down and see me, would you?" This was in now the spring of 1947. So I went down in April 1947, and he said, "As soon as you get out of the Navy, you come down and join me." And so that occurred, and then, so November 47, I'm in Washington, starting my career in pediatric ophthalmology. And the career was to be a one-year, wasn't called fellowship because we didn't have the term even fellowship. It was a, what do we call that?
Preceptorship?
Right, exactly. 1 year preceptorship. I was the preceptee and he was the preceptor. And that was our beginning of the relationship between Costenbader and Parks. The greatest achievement in my profession is just taking care of a little child. That's number one. And then all these other things are built on that. And the greatest achievement, then I have a greatest achievement every day that I'm in practice. So I can't say any one particular was the greatest achievement. But that repeats itself every day, every day, every day. And I don't want to give that up. That's number one. And then I guess then followed from that would be the teaching opportunity to prepare others for doing the same thing that I get such enjoyment out of, such self-satisfaction out of. And I just hope that they who are the trainees will get the same self-satisfaction that I get out of my work in this field as they then proceed through their life. So this is what it's all about. And it's not about money, not about income, it's not about prestige. I've been very privileged to have achieved a certain national prestige, which I consider to be very unimportant